On the bold and the beautiful, some revelations arrive slowly, building tension over months. Others explode without warning and leave devastation in their wake. Lee Finnegan's arrest for the killing of Luna belongs firmly in the second category. This storyline doesn't just accuse Lee of a crime, it dismantles her carefully constructed image, exposes long-buried secrets, and forces every character connected to her to question whether they ever truly knew her at all. 4 weeks leading up to the arrest, the show has been quietly setting the stage. Viewers have sensed something was off in Lee's behavior. Her rigid control, her emotional distance, and her increasingly volatile reactions to anything involving Luna have not gone unnoticed. At first it was easy to dismiss these moments as grief, stress, or maternal fear. But as the days passed, it became clear that Lee wasn't just grieving, she was unraveling. Luna's death itself was shrouded in mystery from the very beginning. The circumstances never fully added up. Timelines were vague. Details were inconsistent. Witnesses contradicted one another. And at the center of all those unanswered questions stood Lee Finnegan, hovering over every development with a mixture of authority and desperation. As a doctor, Lee had access. As a mother figure, she had motive. And as a woman with secrets, she had everything to lose. The investigation begins quietly, almost cautiously. Law enforcement doesn't rush in with handcuffs and accusations. Instead, they start asking questions. Where was Lee on the night Luna died? Who did she speak to? What treatments did she administer? What medications were accessed and by whom? Lee answers confidently at first, leaning on her professional status and reputation. She believes her intelligence and composure will protect her. But confidence can only go so far when facts start contradicting words. The first crack appears when medical records don't align. A medication linked to Luna's cause of death appears in the hospital system under Lee's authorization. Lee insists it's a mistake, a clerical error, something easily explained. But the deeper investigators dig, the worse it looks. The dosage is wrong. The timing is suspicious. And most damning of all, the system shows that Lee personally accessed Luna's files shortly before her death. That's when suspicion turns into alarm. Lee becomes defensive, no longer calm and authoritative but sharp and combative. She insists she was trying to help Luna, protect her, fix a situation no one else could handle. And that statement, meant to reassure, does the opposite. It suggests urgency. Obsession. A need to control outcomes at any cost. Meanwhile, those closest to Lee begin noticing troubling patterns. Finn, in particular, is caught in an emotional nightmare. He wants to believe his mother is innocent. He wants to believe this is all a misunderstanding. But the evidence keeps piling up, and Finn's medical knowledge makes it impossible for him to ignore the implications. He recognizes the signs of deliberate action versus accidental error. And what he sees terrifies him. As pressure mounts, the investigation uncovers a secret Lee has spent years burying. The truth is far more complex than simple murder. Luna wasn't just another patient or peripheral figure in Lee's life. She was the living embodiment of a past Lee tried to erase. A reminder of choices made in desperation, decisions rooted in fear and shame, and consequences that never truly disappeared. The secret revealed is that Luna knew something she wasn't supposed to know, something that threatened to destroy Lee's carefully curated reality. Whether it involved a hidden biological connection, a falsified medical history, or a lie that reshaped multiple lives, Luna had become dangerous simply by existing. Ann Lee, for all her insistence on control and logic, was driven by terror of exposure. This revelation reframes everything. Suddenly, Lee's behavior makes sense. Her intensity, her desperation, her refusal to let anyone else intervene. Luna wasn't just a problem, she was a ticking time bomb. And Lee believed she was the only one capable of stopping it. When authorities finally confront Lee with the full scope of the evidence, the moment is devastating. This isn't a dramatic outburst or a screaming breakdown. It's quieter than that. More chilling. Lee realizes she's been cornered, not by emotion, but by facts she can no longer manipulate. The truth has outpaced her control. Her arrest is swift and public. Seeing Lee in handcuffs sends shockwaves through Los Angeles. This is a woman who commanded respect, authority, and fearlessness. A woman who lectured others on ethics, discipline, and responsibility. And now she's being led away as a suspected killer. The irony is brutal. Finn is shattered. He struggles with guilt, questioning every moment he defended his mother, every doubt he ignored. He wonders whether his love blinded him to warning signs that were always there. His identity as both a doctor and a son is torn apart, and the emotional fallout threatens to consume him. Others react with a mix of disbelief and grim acceptance. Some always sense something dark beneath Lee's rigid exterior. Others feel betrayed, realizing that the woman who preached morality was hiding one of the most devastating secrets of all. As details of the case leak, public opinion turns swiftly. Sympathy for Lee evaporates, replaced by outrage and horror. The question isn't just whether Lee killed Luna, but why she believed she had the right to decide who lives and who dies.